Hello, it's Erin. I'm back. February 14th, Valentine's Day. If I only had someone to spend it with. If only fictional boys were real. Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Today, this one is a little more holiday based, a little more seasonal, just a little different on this channel. Now, if you guys are single, like myself, and if you're spending Valentine's Day alone, and you need some type of fictional character to keep you company during this time, well, I've got that for you. This is going to be my favorite romance novels that I've read in the past, and also my favorite fictional boys that were involved in these books, and also the favorite couples that I loved in these novels. Most of these are series or standalones. Without further ado, let's get started. The first set of books I have here, it's a duology. I don't know if it's coming out third book yet, but I have the second book. I have not read it. I read the first book. These are a very, very good love book. I had mentioned this in my previous book haul, that it's a very easy read. I love the couples in this book. It's a love triangle. There's a couple. There's a... I love love triangles no matter what book it is. And it's so good. And the fictional boys in this book, hot. Well, at least one of them I think is hot. You be the judge if you read the books. And that is Famous in Love by Rebecca Serle. This is the Famous in Love books. This is the sequel. This is the first book. I don't know if there's a third book coming out. I heard that there was, but I'm not positive on that. So for now, I have these two, and they are very good. The couple in my book, I love Rainer and Paige. It's such a good book. If you guys don't know what this book series is about, it's about this girl who gets out of high school. She auditions for this big franchise that's becoming a movie. It's based off the books. It's like us fangirls and like Divergent of the Hunger Games, and it's like a sci-fi thing. This high school girl plays the leading role, and then she has these love interests on camera and also off. There's a lot of drama between her and her co-stars, and her two co-stars are guys, and they are hot. We got Jason Wilder, the bad boy, and then we got Rainer Devon, the hot movie actor, blonde. He's so hot, and he's so outgoing. He's one of my favorite guys in literature. He is so caring, and he cares about Paige so much, and he wants to be with her, and they are together, and I'm so happy right now. And I have not read the second book yet, but I'm so excited to. Jordan Wilder's the bad boy, but who cares, because he's hot too. But I like Rainer. He's my favorite. I am Team Paige and Team Rainer, and Rainer Devon needs to be mine because he's hot. They're a very good couple. These are very good books. If you guys need a good love novel that's fast and it's really quick, both books are very short, and I recommend you read them because they are very, very, very good. I found out about this book series through Natasha Polis' channel. If you guys don't know already, I have probably mentioned this a couple hundred times. Very good book, very fast read. It's a very, very, very good book, and you guys would love it. I highly, highly recommend it. The next book series I have here, well, it's not a book series, it's two books written by the same author. I'm actually in the middle of the second book right now. It's technically one book, but the second book takes place in a different POV, and I heard a lot about it, and it was kind of controversial. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this, but apparently it was good. Some people liked it, some people didn't, as with any other book. And it's also an ebook because there's another continuation to the story, and it's like a small little snippet of what happened. And this book is so hot. This guy is amazing. He's so amazing. I don't care what his motives are, and I love these books. And that is Just One Day and Just One Year by Gayle Forman. These books are very good. Gayle Forman wrote the If I Stay series, and they're popular books by her. A lot of people probably don't know that she wrote these books, but these are very, very good. This book was really good. I just finished this one not too long ago, and I'm in the middle of reading this one right now. And this one was set in Allison's POV. This one's written William's POV. And if you guys don't know about these books are about, well, this book sets in the world of Allison, and she travels on teen tours, which is a tour group after high school, and she travels the world where she meets the very handsome William de Routier, I can't pronounce his last name, and they travel to Paris for just one day where anything can happen, and it's so hot, and I don't want to ruin it for you. The last book ends in suspense, and then this book is not the sequel, it's the companion to this book. It's this book, but in his POV. So it's William's side of the story. This is told in Allison's POV, and this is told in William's POV. And I just love William and Allison so much. They're so cute, and they never got a chance to really be together because William is kind of like the player. He slept with her, and then we don't know what happened to him, but we find out in this book, and we find out his journey surrounding it. And William is so hot. I don't care if he sleeps around with people. I want him. I think he's a hottie. And oh my god, William, oh, he's a blonde, and he has beautiful eyes, and he's an actor, and if you haven't gotten it right now, I like fictional boys with blonde hair. Allison and William need a chance together, but does it happen? We don't know. I'm not telling you. You have to read the books for yourself. But you probably already read them, but I am just excited to read these books. Oh my god. I just got these a couple years ago for Christmas. I'm starting to read them now because I want to get to it before I lose my chance, and I am so excited. I just read finishing this book. I'm almost done with this one. This book, from what I read, is phenomenal. It's very, very good. I love reading William's side of the story. I think I like this book better than this book, but it's so good. It's a little bit shorter than this one, and as you can see, I'm almost finished. And I love them. They are so awesome, and these characters are so amazing, and they just, these books are so good. For a romance novel, and I don't really read many of them, but for romance novels, they're very, very good, and I highly recommend these books if you like any type of contemporary or love novel, and you need something to get you through Valentine's Day. Read them, or any time of the year for that matter. Read them. The next book series I have here makes me happy. I'm not going to explain them one by one because it's 3 books written by the same author where these characters do make cameos in them, and they were very, very good. I was explaining them to my friend, and they were so, so good, and it's so hard to explain these to people that, this author's phenomenal. The last book put me in a reading slump for a bit. I mean, made me so upset, and I couldn't really move on because I had picked up Just One Day right after reading that book, and it's so good. And I loved all 3 books. I will tell you my favorite once I explain them, and that is Anna and the French Kiss, Lola and the Boy Next Door, and Isla and the Happily Ever After. These are all by Stephanie Perkins. These are 3 books that were written by her. They're all beautifully written. They're beautiful covers. The colors are beautiful. The last book takes place in New York, which is where I'm from, and being in the city a lot, I kind of know what she's talking about with all the stuff. The books are so, so good. Anne French Kiss takes place in France, and she's at this boarding school, and she meets the very, very sexy, very hot St. Clair. Etienne St. Clair, he's so cute, and he's so hot, and I love him so much. And I loved Anne and St. Clair so much, and they just brought me so much joy. I was reading this at the same time my cousin was, and she likes the story too, and I couldn't stop talking about it when I was talking to her. Lola and the Boy Next Door, it takes place in California, in San Francisco, and she has this boyfriend, and then there's this boy next door named Cricket, and he's so hot, and I'm just like, oh. Cricket lives next door. There's this drama surrounding her and her neighbor next door. This book's so amazing, and it just makes me so happy reading these books. The next book is Isla and the Happily Ever After. This book is about, Isla was set in New York, but it's actually set in the same time Anna is. Isla actually pops up in this book, if you notice it, and takes place mainly in Paris, but she lives in New York, and then she has a crush on Josh, which is from this book, one of St. Clair's friends, and when Josh was with another girl at the time, it surrounds her and Josh, and they may or may not have a relationship with Isla and Josh, and I may ship it. And Josh and Isla are so cute. This is my favorite one out of all 3. And then I think Anna will be my second, and Lola will be my 3rd favorite. But Isla was so good. It put me in a reading slump after. And I know these books aren't supposed to put you in reading slumps, but oh my god, this book made me just so happy and so giddy inside. And these books are so good, guys. If you haven't read them and you like Paris, especially if you want to go to Paris and you haven't been there. I probably won't get to, maybe I will go eventually. Read these two. These two take place in Paris mainly, and some take place in New York. And Anna also pops up in this one, and all three characters meet up in this last book. This book was very good too, but these two are my top favorite, I think, and I just like them. You don't have to read them in order, but if you do, I recommend you read Anna first, and then you read Lola, and then you read Isla, because they kind of go in order, but you don't have to. But they kind of give away some spoilers of what happens at the end of Anna, kind of transitions what happens in Lola, and then Isla kind of, I mean, is its own book in itself. But these books are so beautiful. The colors are beautiful. The covers are beautiful. And I cannot wait to reread them again, because I will. And these are just really, really good books if you guys need to get through Valentine's Day. They're perfect for Valentine's Day. They take place, well, at least two of them, in the city of love, which is Paris. These books are so good, and I highly recommend you read them. The books I picked out are very good Valentine's Day reads, but my big recommendation out of all the reads I have here, and I know you didn't listen to the rest of them yet, but pick up these three. They're very, very good for Valentine's Day. I highly recommend. They're very romantic and very, very, very mushy. The last book's a little inappropriate. It has some adult content, but not much. But you guys can still read it, and it's so good. And oh, God, you guys got to read these books. They're so good. The next book, you've heard me talk a lot about on this channel. And it is the best book ever, and I can't stop talking about it. It makes me so happy inside, and I think it's becoming a movie, and I don't know about it, but I'm so excited anyway, and you don't know how excited I am about this book. I only read it once. I'm going to read it again, because let's be honest, the book is so good, I would read it a million times. I've got to read more for work, as I said, millions times. I can't stop talking about this book. It's so good, and I'm going to read it again, and I guess it's a very good Valentine's Day read for a lot of people. I would actually read this for Valentine's Day myself, but I have a lot of stuff to read. But I will get around to reading it again, and that is Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. This book was so good. It's one of my favorite books. You guys, if you haven't checked out my book talk for it, I go into detail on how much I love this book and how much obsessed I am with it. I got into a reading slump after reading this, much like Isla. It just made me cry at the end. My mom read it. She cried a little bit at the end of the book. I didn't cry because of the storyline. Well, at multiple parts I did, because there were some sad parts. But I cried because I was so upset about the end, because I didn't want it to end, and the book was just that good. It's a new adult, and it is very good. It has adult content, so my viewers that are 13 and under, I recommend you do not read this book, because it might be a little graphic. I'd wait until you're at least 16, maybe 17 years old to read it, so you're mature enough to read it and actually grasp what's happening in these books. And it's so good. It's about this girl named Tate Collins. She lives with her brother, and she moves in with him. He's an airline pilot, and his friend, Miles Archer, very sexy, lives next door, and he was in a previous relationship. We don't know much about him, but he doesn't want anything from Tate other than sexual relations. And it's like a no strings attached relationship. I like that idea. In real life, no. In literature, it's so good. Miles Archer is my fictional boyfriend. I mean, I didn't mention my fictional boyfriend from the previous 3 books because there's too many to pick, but Miles Archer is my boyfriend. He's my fictional boyfriend. I love him so much. He makes me so happy. Yes, he only wants sexual acts, but who cares? He's hot. And this book was so good. It's a very good read. Like I said, do not read it if you are under the age of 13. It's too much adult content. I'd say between 16 and up, you can read it, but 13 do not. My viewers, if you guys are below the age of 13, do not read this book. Wait until you're at least a good age to read it, but most of my viewers, I think most of you are probably over the age, so please read it. It's so good. Writing was amazing. The characters, I read this book, I'm going to read it again. I believe it's becoming a movie. I'm not positive. The cover is beautiful. You got the bubbles, and oh my God, this book was so good. I found out about this through Christine's channel, through Poem Banana Books, and Natasha, and Old BookTube liked it. I cannot wait to read more of her other books. And oh my God, this book, but my favorite. Miles, oh, hottie. And it's just, oh, this book's amazing. The next book I have here, we've all read. I put this on my list because there are some people who don't like adult books, but it's still a good book. It's a movie. and it's kind of repetitive and redundant because I'm putting this on my list and most people have read it, but I'm putting it on my list anyway because it's just that good. The writing is beautiful, and the book was amazing, and the movie was so good too, and it just made me happy, and that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This book was really good. Now, if you know about the ending, and most of you probably have, I'm not going to say how the ending was, but despite the ending of the book, it was very, very good. I loved the book so much. I have the collector's edition because who doesn't want the collector's edition of this book? Because I had read it on my Kindle, but I bought it in book form because when the movie came out, because why not? This book was very, very good. I loved it a lot. It was just a very good read despite the end. It's about these two cancer patients, Hazel Grace Lancaster and Augustus Waters. They meet through these group sessions that they have, and it's like a cancer support group for each other, and they meet, and then they travel to Amsterdam, and they have this beautiful relationship. The journey's a little rocky along the way. Things happen. Yeah. This book was so good. The movie was fantastic if you guys hadn't seen it. Who hasn't seen The Fault in Our Stars? Everybody's seen Fault in Our Stars. It stars Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort. It was very good. I liked the movie. Shailene and Ansel did a great job. I could watch the movie forever. Read the book. I'm going to read the book again because it was just that amazing. John Green's books are amazing. I read Paper Towns. I have to read more of his novels. And these books were just very, very good. The cover is originally blue, but I got the collector's edition because these books are amazing. And I can't. I went the day the movie came out, and this book's so amazing. Like I said, despite the ending, and whatever you've been told about the ending, if you guys haven't read the book, just read it. Even if you've seen the movie and you didn't read the book and you're spoiled, still read the book. There are things that book has that the movie doesn't. It's always going to be that way. Most of you, or my viewers, are probably readers anyway, and you probably read the book and seen the movie. But for those of you who haven't, new subscribers, hello. Read the book and watch the movie because it was so good. That's basically it. I just really liked this book, and it was very, very good, and it made me feel happy. There's another one on my list I just want to add that I don't have here. I just want to give you a shout out, quick mention, because most of you know I didn't mention these books, but there's just too many for me to pick. But I do want to recommend some Nicholas Sparks books for you in the spirit of Valentine's Day. If you guys need another read that's like down south and it takes place in the south and it takes place with really great couples and everything, I recommend you read any Nicholas Sparks book that gets you in the mood. I can't recommend any because there's so many and I'd be biased and I can't give you so many because this video don't want to clog up your tongue talking about Nicholas Sparks book that is my favorite, and you guys gotta read it. Read any Nicholas Sparks book. I'm just telling you that. I'm putting that out there right now. I want to mention Nicholas Sparks books because some of you may say, oh, she didn't mention Nicholas Sparks because she did a video about it. It's not that I didn't want to mention them. It's just I wanted to get to the books that I haven't talked about much on this channel. But I have sold some of these books, but I want to talk about them more in depth. That's why I put them in here. But if you have not got the chance, read a Nicholas Sparks book too. If you're in the mood for a relationship kind of book, they're amazing. The works Nicholas Sparks has written are amazing. He has a way with words, and his books are so good. Guys, if you haven't read them, read Nicholas Sparks. He is a phenomenal author, and he does a great job with his work. So read any one of his books. I recommend it. That was my video. I hope you guys liked it. This was a little seasonal video that I have done. I also did a Halloween video, which was also back in October. I like to do little holiday videos to get you guys in the spirit, but I am here now, and this was just something a little different I decided to bring to this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will do some more holiday-like videos or seasonal videos if you guys want. And I had a good time filming them. I love filming these videos for you guys and getting them up in time. This video will be up, I'm hoping, like at least a week before Valentine's Day. We'll see how editing goes. But this was basically my way of telling you guys that I like to read and how much like fictional characters mean to me, and just a little dip into my personal life to tell you guys what I read, and I hope you guys really enjoyed that. So that's basically it. If you are not following, my Twitter is @LettyFan93, my Instagram is @DivergentFan93, and my Snapchat is @DivergentFan93. Those are where you can follow for updates and anything that I have on filming or writing or anything in that category or places I go to or whatever along those lines. And don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Goodbye!